if maybe they can chip in other development or other activities related to the society, we are greatly welcome. I know, I saw here, I heard from the other people that there is a feeding program in my Magongo or somewhere Changamwe. I'm being jealous. I have all that need to be done in Likoni, okay? I feel that jealousy. Why don't you also cross the ferry with that service? If you can please try to see us on that, we'll appreciate so much. This society has the problem mainly as from poverty, as you know. Poverty index here is very high. So maybe if we can have, even if not the mothers, but the children in schools, those orphans in schools maybe, if they can access some food through you, Bomu, as you keep them healthy, we'll highly appreciate it. Now, I know you are making us healthy, but healthy, as I maybe understand, is through empowerment. If you greatly empower us, as the member of CDC was telling us here, if you maybe can empower us more on healthy, this facility will be of great use. I understand really what you do in the society. I've seen so many healthy workers. Some of them I live with them in my society, in my family and all that. If maybe you can overreach to an extent that now you do the health empowerment in primary schools. So as the young children grow with that morale of keeping health, okay? I know 30 years to come, will not all have these problems. Because of my age, maybe, we are deceived because we don't have much of health empowerment in our brains. But if we grow with it as from primary level, I agree we'll have something different. I said I would not like to talk so much because I may kill all those hours. But please, you are welcome in Likoni. Manji family, please see us more. And we feel we are great. You are very great, and we are ready to work with the Bomu society as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Sorry, that's your piece of paper. You know, Likoni has been in the news lately for all the wrong reasons, particularly, I think, to do with the ferry. But now, after today, I hope there is some wonderful news coming out of Likoni, actually. And I hope the people in Likoni are going to be proud of this wonderful clinic. Okay, you've had a few speeches. Now I hope you're ready to see a very unique spot of entertainment. Can I request the Mombasa Roots, the band, please, to come on the position, because I think they are very much part of this little skit. What you are about to see is something, as I said, once again, is totally unique. It's never been done in Kenya before. There are 3 ladies who are going to walk and take a walk and do kind of a fashion show, which is totally different. These lovely ladies work at Bomu in different departments, and they are dressed in something that, I don't know if I should tell them now. No? Okay, I won't tell them now. But it's a name game, and I'd like you all to take a guess as to what they're wearing. And like I said at the beginning, one thing is absolute the dress. It's very important that you focus your attention on the dress, actually. And I'd like you all to take your own guess as to what she is wearing. I'm not going to reveal anything. I'll just leave it to your imagination. But come on, let's hear it for Pauline here. these dresses were stitched in Mombasa. The materials were brought in from America. You know, how they managed to put it all together is an incredible feat. It's not just the dress, even the handbag that she's carrying. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Now remember one thing, this is Bomu's business. It's a very striking dress. If I can get my colors right, this is orange and turquoise, but how you put it all together, I don't know. But now I'm going to tell you exactly what the dresses. Have you made a guess as to what the dresses are made of, actually? I know, Mr. TSS is a little embarrassed looking at the girls, actually, so, can you all come back together, one by one, please? Just stand here in front of the podium, please. Ladies and gentlemen, in Kenya, condoms are sold in one color only, that is either white or in clear. For the first time, these ladies are wearing dresses made out of condoms, and they are in colored condoms. Bomu imported 5,000 colored condoms from USA to create these dresses, especially for this particular function. Now, what beats my mind is how did they manage to get it through the customs and the port and the police, actually. But we're not going to go into that at all. That's another story. The moral behind this fashion show is to highlight the work that Bomu does, and that is distribution of condoms and preventing HIV and AIDS throughout the coast region. You know, they distribute, would you believe it, in a year, over 2 million condoms. Now that is no small... Bomu's financial controller.
Thank you very much. The chief guest, distinguished guests, the Manjis, family and friends, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank the Almighty for this wonderful sunny day. It is our pleasure to have you all in our midst on this important day in Bomu's history. Today is not a day of lectures, but I will briefly take you through Bomu operations. Our activities are divided into two. We have the donor-funded programs, which is our HIV, and it's our main focus. We also have our income-generating activities. These two activities complement each other to offer integrated healthcare and wellness services at Bomu Medical Center. Affordability and accessibility to quality healthcare services remains a great challenge in our country and many parts of the world. But more so, it affects the underprivileged members of our society. A model like Bomu Medical Center has been set up with the sole intention of providing quality health care at the most affordable rates. So how do we manage to match affordability and quality? We all know that quality comes with a price. This is a question asked by many people who visit our facility. I can assure you it's almost an impossible task. Perhaps I can give you a few tips that keep us afloat. These are just justifications that an accountant will have, because of course the debits have to be equal to the credits. We are most blessed to have international donors. Majority come from the US government, who solely fund our HIV program, and these HIV services are offered absolutely for free. We have well-wishers, private and local, as is evident today from the Manji family, who have been regularly coming to our rescue by donating state-of-the-art medical equipment. Now, how does a donation like this help Bomu Medical Center? If a donor comes in and donates a medical equipment, then our cash is not tied up to an asset. Our cash helps us to move our operations. We don't have to worry about returns on investment because this has been donated to us. And in the end, who benefits the most? It is our patients, because what passes on to the patient is only the consumables used for that service. The turnover of our patients, we benefit from the masses, so as more and more people use our services, the more affordable we can make our charges. Our esteemed guests, these are just facts for balancing the equation. But the truth of the matter is, if you are truthful, honest, and transparent in doing God's work, He will definitely open the paths for you. And that marks Bomu's survival for the last 30 years. Today, as we take this milestone in Bomu history of having a satellite clinic as beautiful as you can see in front of you, we can only foresee our challenges increasing, becoming greater, and our sustainability levels going down. So just like to keep a lamp burning, you need to add oil into it. To keep Bomu operations moving, we need funding. So we call upon the Ministry of Health, we call upon international donors, we call upon the private and the local investors, we call upon the community to hold hands with us and help us to march forward as we continue to serve the community. Thank you very much.
Rukia, thank you very much indeed. You know, you say something that is, again, a rarity in this country, and which is, to run an institution, you need to be transparent, honest, and committed. That is why Bomu is so successful, and that is why they have supporters and donors who really do help Bomu without asking questions. And that is why it has survived and managed so long, and it still continues to grow in strength and in numbers. I've just been given a note, and this is a little announcement by the project and the medical director, and this is particularly important for the residents of Likoni, that there is going to be a free medical camp on the 6th of March. A free medical camp at the 6th of March at the Bomu Medical Center, at this particular center. And there is going to be a free deworming exercise on the 8th of March at St. Kevin's Primary School, which I believe is just behind here. So on the 8th of March, there is a free deworming exercise at St. Kevin's Primary School. Both this medical camp and the deworming exercise are organized by Bomu, and they are free. So please, all those residents of Likoni who are here, spread this message to all who you can, and let them know that on the 6th and 8th of March, they have these wonderful free opportunities. Right, now I come to the part of the program, which is really my pleasure. And it is something that I would have loved to do at any time, at any given day, and that is to introduce the executive director. I'd like to formally introduce the founder of this massive project, Bomu. She migrated to Kenya about 50 years ago. She has, all through those years, worked on humanitarian projects, be it the Red Cross, the child welfare, even as a chairperson of the Inner Wheel Circle, which is the ladies' wing of the Rotary. She initiated Mokomani Clinic, now operating as the Bomu Medical Centers, 30 years ago. And to date, she continues to provide honorary services to Bomu as the executive director. When she started the first clinic near the showground in Mokomani, it was her vision to provide free medical services to all. However, this became impossible as time went by because it became apparent that free services would be misappropriated. Hence, a minimal cost had to be charged for the services to be taken seriously. She ensured that this mission stands till today, and it has always been her dream that every Kenyan, and particularly those who have been deprived of essential services, live a better life. She is still personally involved in all areas of Bomu. She still goes home between 7:30 and 8 at night. And she still has a great sense of humor, joy, and commitment. Please put your hands together and welcome the Executive Director, Mrs. Hayati Anjawala. She is affectionately known by all in Bomu as Mama. Please, Mama, come and work.
Our chief guest, Mrs. Nurzakhanu Manji, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with immense pride and with unending gratitude to the Almighty that I welcome you all to the official inauguration of Bomu Likoni. At Bomu Changamwe, we have for many years been receiving patients from Likoni, TV, Diani, Ukunda, Kwale, Ramisi, and Masameni. Although our HIV/AIDS outreach program has spread far and wide and covers these areas, we realize the tremendous potential for a Bomu facility in the South Coast, an area poorly served by quality health care for the poor. Ladies and gentlemen, we did not have to worry about either because the Manji family have agreed to allow Bomu free use of these premises for 15 years with an option to extend for another 15 years to come. This is the lifeline that Bomu needed. It reduced our cash flow, as Rukia said, but also gave us a solid and secure platform on which we can now build our physical presence in the South Coast. We at Bomu will remain perpetually in the debt of the Manji family, and each day that we serve the poor and the underprivileged in the succeeding 30 years, our debt grows ever larger and the generosity of the Manji family ever more important. More importantly, the poor and the underprivileged in the South Coast will never forget the generosity of this family, which will always be recognized by the plaque which Mrs. Manji will soon unveil. Ladies and gentlemen, considerable work was needed to convert the existing warehouse premises into the functional medical facility which you all will see now. I hope the Manji family is proud of what we have done. Over Kenya shillings 15 million was spent in remaking these premises, and these were monies that we did not have. So we turned to our evergreen supporter. James, I'm looking at you. The Center for Disease Control. They provided us with the grant we needed, which enabled us to have the works done. As ever, we are always indebted to the CDC and promise never to break the trust you have placed in us. May I ask you all, ladies and gentlemen, to recognize CDC, which is represented here today by Mr. James Odek, who has traveled from Nairobi. CDC, our main donor on whom we rely solely for all our administrative and clinical support, for without them, what you see in Bomu in Likoni would not have been possible. Bomu works closely with the Ministry of Health, the District AIDS Coordinator, the Provincial AIDS Coordinator, the NASCOP, and the NAC. Of course, Bomu Changamwe will remain a referral center for those patients whose needs cannot be fully met here in Likoni. Once fully operational, we will employ 20 members of the staff at Likoni who will take care of the large number of patients daily who will come and visit this institution. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who perhaps do not know much about Bomu and its work, let me give you a brief summary. Bomu Clinic is operated under the name Makomani Clinic Society, an NGO whose core project is Bomu Clinic in Changamwe, and this facility now in Likoni. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with utmost pride that I would like you to share in our joy that Makomani Clinic Society has added one more clinic to its name in Kiembeni, which has to be renovated and consequently opened. Bomu's extensive outreach program is a profound success. Bomu's creed and philosophy is summed up in the words hope, health, and humanity. After a recent expansion of Bomu Changamwe, presided over by the US Ambassador, Bomu is now an integrated health facility aiming to provide the best quality health care to the poorest and most underprivileged in our society. We believe that through the provision of quality health care, Bomu can bring hope to the lives of thousands. We believe that Bomu's work can help rebuild families, provide a deeper understanding of how to deal with health challenges, and generally improve quality of life, especially for the poorest and least advantaged among us. And in all we do, we believe that decency and basic humanity are values to which those under our care are entitled. And as of right, so we conduct ourselves in a manner true to those values. At Bomu, we offer the poorest health care and facilities which they would otherwise never be able to afford. As our doctor said, we turn no one away. I, with the support of my family, have worked on these projects since 1979, as you have been told, where we opened an outpatient clinic in the Makomani slum adjacent to the affluent Niali area in Mombasa's north coast.